Okay, so we're going to start out with a tricep push down. If I had one exercise to do and only one exercise to do for my triceps, it'd be a push down using this shorty bar here. Sometimes I'll use a rope, but most of the time I'll use a shorty bar. I use as heavy of a weight as I can. And I'm shooting for anywhere between 8 and 15 repetitions. But I'm going to at or near muscular failure. So whatever that is between 8 and 15 reps. Don't forget what our goal is here. It's to, as we age, it's not just to maintain strength, but it's to gain strength. Even if it's doing one more rep or adding a little bit more weight, by being consistent and putting in the effort, there's no doubt you will gain strength and you'll feel a hell of a lot better about yourself too. So we're going to start with our first working set. I already did a warm-up set. I only do one warm-up set for my entire tricep bicep workout, and that's a warm-up set with a push down. I take about 50% of my working weight, do, I don't know, 6 or 8 reps just to get my elbows a little bit limbered up. So this will be our first working set. And again, we're going to do between 8 and 15, pushing down and towards your thigh and locking out at the bottom. All right. That's one. Okay, we're going to do our second set. I kept the weight at the same amount. We're going to again try for 8, 15 reps, hopefully around 15. I mean, if the last couple reps get kind of sloppy, that's okay. I mean, you're still putting in the effort, you're still working some portion of that tricep muscle, so I wouldn't worry about that. Again, the goal is let's gain some strength, be consistent, and put in that effort, and you will make improvements over time. It's not going to happen overnight, but that's why we're here. Let's see here. Okay, let's move on. Okay, our second movement is going to be an overhead tricep extension. You're going to have to lean forward a little bit on this to counterbalance yourself. So to do it, this will give you a really good stretch with a long head of the tricep. It's probably my second favorite exercise for tricep. Again, we're going to shoot for 8 to 15 reps. Basically going at or near failure, and probably do a couple sets of this, see how it goes. So that last set, I think I did like 18 reps, which is a little more than I really wanted to do. So I added some weight and see how many I can get on this second working set, which will be our last working set before we move on. Whew. All right, I guess enough of that. Okay, set number 2. Same thing. Using the same weight. Go to failure. All right, I'm going to do a dumbbell extension, tricep extension. I'm doing it off a slight incline of my bench. You can do this on a flat bench. You can do this off the floor. I am using a slight incline today. You could use this. You could do this with dumbbells. You could do this with a barbell, just to get a good stretch on the bottom and coming up over, basically over my forehead. I'm not coming all the way up over my body, on top of my body. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to do a rope extension. I'm going to step back from my cable machine and do it like a kickback type motion. I'm going to go very, very slow, not extremely slow, but not a fast pace on this one. Getting just a good stretch and a very good negative pull too. So I'm not going to just let the weight go back up. I'm going to try and resist it going back up. All right. Okay, I actually like that last set. So I'm gonna do another set of this. Again, concentrate on the negative portion too, letting it up very slowly. If you notice as I'm coming back, I'm also spreading the rope out. And then when I come back in, I let it take me up slow. So let's do another set the same way. That's enough of that one. Okay, let's start biceps. First exercise is going to look like a pull down, but it's really not. I'm actually pulling with my bicep here. I mean, this exercise, I love this exercise. It gets the blood just pumping into your bicep after you do a couple sets of this. Taking kind of a closer grip and then just pulling it down towards my forehead, bottom of my chin with just my biceps. I'm not feeling it in my lats at all, really, or very minimal. If you do feel it in your lats, then you're not doing it properly. So. I did like 20 reps there. It's probably too many. I need to add some weight for the next set. Okay, second set. I added a little bit more weight this time, so I shouldn't be able to get as many reps as I did, but we'll get as many as I can. better. This is our ego busting exercise. We're going to use some fat grips. If you don't have a pair of these, I would suggest you buy a pair. They're pretty cool. Just put these on your bar. Obviously your grip is going to be a lot more open. Makes it a lot more harder. You're not going to be able to use the same weight that you would normally use without them. But it is a different experience. I don't use them all the time, but I'm going to use them today. There's a little variety in my bicep here. All right. Okay. Got our second set here. Back over to the lat, bicep pull down. I'm gonna do one more set of these. I kind of like them today. They felt good today. So I'm gonna do one last set. So that should be the third set I did of these. And now that's enough. Okay, back to the fat grips on the easy curl bar. Using the easy curl bar is also going to work your brachialis muscle right here. Actually, I usually use a straight bar, but got lazy today. Didn't want to break out the straight bar. That's enough of that one. All right, we're gonna do one arm cable curls off the cable machine, keeping your elbow back kind of behind your buttocks there. It's gonna be coming up like this, sort of like this. Okay, that's it for today. That's my arm workout. Triceps, we did like 8 working sets. I think biceps we did 7, 6 or 7, something like that. It's funny because I can always tell when my body's done. My tricep routine doesn't change all that much. I always start off with tricep push downs and then tricep extensions off the cable machine, and then I may switch up another movement after that. But a lot of times I just do the same exact workout week after week. You know, if it works, it works. You don't got to change it up all the time. Biceps is a little different matter. I've been starting it off with that bicep pull down off the cable machine, and then it just varies. I mean, I change my bicep routine a lot because, quite frankly, I get bored with it. My biceps suck anyhow, and they are a small muscle, and they're not much use as we get older anyhow. I usually do 3 different movements for biceps, but like I said, they change all the time. So one of these videos, I'll give you a tour of my little gym here. Believe me, it is little, but you don't need a lot. If you have a home gym, a garage gym, you can improvise a lot. My garage is a garage. I park both my vehicles in here, so everything has to be movable off to the side. So you'll be surprised at how much I can fit in here, stacking stuff on top of each other. But you know, there's pros and cons to working out in the garage, especially in Florida in the summertime. It's probably already 85 degrees outside. And there are pros and cons to working out in a large change gym too. So we can go to pros and cons, so you can comment on that if you want where you work out. But we'll do the tour maybe next time. Other than that, we're done for the day. If you like what you see or just want to follow me, you know, subscribe to the channel. If you want to work out with me, just join in with me when I'm working out. I train each body part only one time per week. But again, the key to the key to building strength as you get older is consistency and effort. It's going to help with your stability, your mobility, your wellness, how you feel about yourself. So there's enough data out there right now that to tell you that strength training as you get older is actually critical to maintain your body mass and strength as you get older. And it doesn't matter whether you're in your 60s like I am, in your 70s, your 80s, 90s, you can always get stronger. And don't compare yourself to somebody else, especially when you go on YouTube and see some of these gyms and some of these guys that are, you know, built like monsters. That's not your goal. It's not my goal, you know, especially going to be 60, 70 years old in a couple months. So I just want to maintain a healthy relationship between me and my body, and this is one of the ways I do it. So join me, and until next time, which is going to be a chest workout, and that'll be on Sunday because I give my body enough time to recover between now and then. Actually, I take that back. Friday I do a lower body, a low impact workout. Maybe I'll videotape that on Friday and show you what I do. All right, have a good day. See ya.